Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 2CTV with some breaking news coming from the Middle East, specifically Gaza. Over the last few minutes, we have received a confirmation from the IDF that the leader of Hamas in Gaza, Yahya Sinwar, has been eliminated. Now, the list of those who turn into barbecue is growing. As you can see, you can now add Yahya to the right hand side next to Ismail Haniyeh, the former leader of Hamas, and underneath we have a bit of a sheep that is running around like a headless chicken, which doesn't really work as an analogy, and that is Ali Khamenei, the supreme leader of Iran, who is currently freaking out as he continues to be in hiding. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give you guys all the updates because everything happened so quickly over the last hour or so. We first had the update that the IDF were fairly confident that they had taken him out, and then over the last 5-10 minutes they officially confirmed that the DNA test has been returned, and 99% confirmation based on the DNA test that it was in fact Yahya Sinwar. Some of the images that have been already going around social media, you might have already seen them. Obviously, they're very graphic as well. This is the only one we can actually show you. But the interesting thing about this is that following the last night's main operation in Gaza and this morning, there were a number of civilians who were saying that the leadership of Hamas are blocking, as usual, blocking the corridor so that the civilians are not able to escape. But there was also the humanitarian aid drop by obviously both Israel and the others as well, to make sure that those civilians who are stuck in Gaza are able to at least get some aid, because I think the IDF knew what sort of operation is going to be taking place. Before the confirmation by the IDF and the Israeli media, we did have this from Gallant, and of course on behalf of the Israeli government, he posted the picture, and in the middle obviously just a dark black screen. They're waiting for the confirmation that Yahya was dead. We will reach every terrorist and eliminate them, according to Gallant. The other problem is that we still don't actually have any update on the hostages. Most of basically the whole leadership of Gaza have been eliminated at this point, which according to the IDF sources, the hostages, just like the others, some of the hostages in the past, but also the current ones, are clearly being held by the so-called civilians in Gaza, which makes it even harder because they have to go through every single residential area to find out who is an innocent civilian and who is not an innocent civilian. So it's a very complicated operation. Even when it came to the Yahya Sinwar's base, booby-trapped as usual. For those who are not familiar with Yahya Sinwar, he was born in 1962, and throughout his life, he was, the first 20-30 years of his life, he was simply a minion. Nobody actually had any confidence that he could reach to the top, but he was Ismail Haniyeh's number 2. He was the head of the operations on the ground until Ismail Haniyeh was assassinated in Iran. Then, of course, Yahya Sinwar became, last year, the main person in charge of the operation of the 7th of October invasion of Israel. So he orchestrated the whole thing alongside his deputies and everybody else. So he did have something, at least, when it comes to being an evil, skillful person. But he was also pretty okay until now at the game of hide and seek. Until now, the world champion of hide and seek was Osama bin Laden. Yahya Sinwar has now officially come second, because bin Laden lasted longer than Yahya Sinwar, thanks to the Pakistani government. Now, there is also the video that we can show you guys from the actual airstrikes as well. There's a couple of other things actually we can also confirm. Let's quickly go to the video the moment the strikes happen.
دعنا نشير إلى الصورة التي نشاهدها بشكل مباشر والتي نشرها الجيش الإسرائيلي وقال بأنها للعملية التي أدت إلى اغتيال يحيى سنوار في رفح. إذن هذه الصور من قبل الجيش الإسرائيلي والتي قال بأنها هي العملية التي قادت إلى اغتيال السنوار. إذا مصادر العربية مرة أخرى تم إجراء فحص DNA أولي.
So that was Al Arabiya showing the footage of the IDF taking out the base that also included Yahya Sinwar and two other terrorists as well. Let's not forget, it's not really just about Yahya Sinwar, it's also about the others. According to the latest reports that we now have, the IDF are saying that Yahya Sinwar was in fact wearing a vest with hand grenades. Again, actually, sort of similar situation, similar scenario as Bin Laden in Pakistan. So he was actually wearing a vest equipped with hand grenades during the operation that led to his elimination. We are waiting for more confirmation about the details around it, but the battalion that was responsible for this was the 450th Battalion and the paratroopers that were responsible, the fighters for this. And this is according to Channel 13 as well. But we also have to give you guys the latest information from Lebanon as well. These are the latest images we have. The IDF's 74th Battalion had also taken control of the Kasbah in Aita al-Sha'ab, a known Hezbollah stronghold in southern Lebanon. And following this, the IDF decided to plant the flag of Israel in southern Lebanon on top of that. There we also have the video of that confirming. Let's go to southern Lebanon. So it seems like it's been a very productive and successful day for the Israeli Defense Forces over the last couple of days in both Lebanon and Gaza. Everyone is still anticipating what's going to happen when it comes to the counterterrorism operation against the Islamic Republic of Iran. And now that Hezbollah's infrastructure has been dismantled, and obviously in Gaza as well, Yahya Sinwar, the final mission in Gaza is to find the remaining and rescue the remaining hostages. And once the remaining members of Hezbollah have also been taken out or arrested, then captured, then the Israel can focus fully on the counterterrorism operation in Iran. And this is simply in self-defense, because Israel did not attack Iran. It was Iran that declared war on Israel recently. Obviously, we have to say my thoughts at this point, following Yahya Sinwar's death, are with Emmanuel Macron, Jeremy Corbyn, the former leader of the Labour Party, Ilhan Omar, and of course Antonio Guterres, the head of the United Nations. It's definitely a tough day for the liberal globalist elites, the US Democrats, the British Labour Party, the French government. They've lost a great friend, and we have to obviously spend some time considering their feelings, ladies and gentlemen. And also, it's a massively a positive coincidence, ladies and gentlemen. Yahya Sinwar, his name is Yahya, which comes from Yahweh, which ironically wasn't actually confirmed or mentioned by the Quran. It was just said Allah, and but there are names mentioned in the Quran that come from Yahweh, including Yahya, which also means alive, but not really that alive right now. And on that topic, on that issue, it's another positive coincidence, because in about 1 hour time from now, almost 4:30 p.m. UK time, we are joined by Apostle Prophet. Yes, some of you are familiar with this beautiful human, the ex-Muslim who has been killing it in YouTube and across social media over the last few years, exposing the dark side of this ideology. He's going to be joining us to go through obviously his reaction to this news, but also just generally speaking everything else that he's been done. Apostle Prophet is also going to be joining 2CTV Plus to do a show for us. You can go on 2ctvplus.tv and sign up. He's going to be doing a show about his exposés on the ideology of Islam. Right. That's crazy. We have 6,300 people watching, but only 1,000 people have clicked like. How rude of you guys. Make sure to click on the thumbs up. It will help the algorithm as usual. Let's quickly get some more updates, and I'm going to get your reaction as well if you're watching this live. Don't worry about all the super chats. I'm coming to you guys. Okay, so the Israeli army radio are now saying that when Yahya was eliminated, he was actually taken out in a round of clashes with the IDF in Rafah. So it wasn't just a one-off hit. There were in fact clashes between the battalion and Sinwar and people around him. That's why a number of other people have also been taken out. This is now confirmed by Sky News Arabia as well. We are trying to get some direct reaction from the IDF's account as well. There's a lot of memes already, guys. I already saw some people in this live chat. I can't remember who said it. I think one of them was AFC Man UK that said Yahya Sinwar is now Sinwaz, and obviously according to Donald J. Trump, he died like a dog. He definitely died like a dog. Actually, he died like a rat because he looked like a rat and he was hiding in a tunnel like a rat. So he's now resting in hell. But obviously, we also showed you guys his photo bomb. Yahya Sinwar's photo bomb. Hope you enjoyed that. What's going on with this? There we go. All right, we're fixed now. Let's go back. Get some reaction from you guys. I don't know why I'm so blurry. The focus is not working. I think the camera is rebelling against us. First super chat, Shira from Israel. So zero chances to find our hostages. Not really. It will make it hard. I mean, even if you had captured Yahya Sinwar, he wasn't really going to reveal the location of hostages anyway. At this point, he probably doesn't even know because they have to keep moving them around. And their pages and walkie-talkies don't work anymore. So communication inside Gaza was very difficult for the leadership of Hamas. Everyone says the supreme leader is next. Well, one can only hope. I mean, this is the list of the kebabs, barbecued kebabs that we've had so far. Obviously, we got Hassan Nasrallah and all the others. The sheep underneath is Ali Khamenei. We can be hopeful, but we'll find out for the sake of humanity. This is great news. A huge fan of yours from South Africa. Well, hello, South Africa. And a super sticker from Israel. Thank you so much. And another super chat. Yahya is gone. One less evil man in this world. Fewer, but yes. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm in a mood, guys. Sorry. Bulmer says a major step forward in the origin of evil. Actually has another comment. We have a lot of people watching from Israel today, so that's good news that you guys are watching 2CTV to get your update on this rather than Israeli media. Another super chat saying, I've been thinking if the only defense we have left on the UK streets is ham and bacon, let's do it. Yes, everybody must be equipped with ham and bacon because the only way you can also defeat the leadership in Gaza, because they are literally called ham bottom. See, ham bottom, like ass, but so always fight with ham and bacon. In the news afterwards, a number of failed assassination attempts. American Democratic Party learned and declared Donald Trump as the next Hamas leader. Everyone's losing their mind. Brilliant. John says ham as pig barbecue. That could be one of the winning comments so far. Well done, John. Very droll. Denver says, from Canada, says, can you confirm, as the news are floating, that the building where Nasrallah had 1.5 billion in cash and 100 million in gold bars all belong to Hezbollah? We can confirm the gold. There was a huge amount of gold that was discovered. I'm not sure about the cash. I'm guessing there was also cash. But a lot of it was supposed to be also coordinated with the Iranian regime. I think they didn't have time. So I think the Iranian regime might be a little bit crying right now for losing all that resources. Mike says, Skeletor is finally no more. He's gone. Moses, thank you for your super sticker, Moses. Great name. Lived like a rat, died like a dog. perfect summary of the situation in case you joined us late. I love how when I first prepared this live stream, because it was last minute, we had to change the title of the video twice. We do have a video, not video, we have the latest image. It's quite graphic, but it's not zoomed in. From the moment the IDF, the battalion, discovered Yahya Sinwar. Let's show you this. Oh, there we go. You can see Yahya at the bottom and the soldiers around him taking pictures and confirming. Obviously, then they took the body to Israel to get the DNA test confirmed, and the result was 99% match. Another super chat from Sholin from Israel. The BBC, Yahya Sinwar, father of 9, killed by the Israeli military. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the BBC reported like that, but obviously they won't. Even for the BBC, that would be an embarrassing headline. But they would have. They genuinely would have. If they could have, they would have. Yeah. So his body was found above ground, wearing the vest, and with an AK rifle by his side. He was with his soldiers on the front line, they're saying, but he was actually not fighting with the soldiers because he was using them as a shield. he was a very brave leader, guys. Very brave. Not. Super sticker from Asia, thank you very much. And Shira again says, Unit 504 can get anything out of anyone. Yes, but there's no confirmation that would have happened, because there were a number of Hamas members who were captured and they didn't reveal anything in the past. Lee says, yay, another goat banger. Gone. Hashtag secret the bacon. Enoch from Israel says, Basakote gift. Sinwar started this on the day after he actually was literally, well, it was a year from now, obviously, when Israelis were distracted across the country on Simchat Torah, the day that the Torah reading ends and it begins anew. Yeah, they took advantage of that situation that weekend. Manike says, terrible news for Hamas. They needed that like a hole in the head. Everyone's on fire today, as well as Yahya. Yep. A possible title for the BBC: Father of 9 children killed by Israel. Yeah, everyone's making jokes about the BBC. Love it. Sorry, this stupid holiday always gets me down. It's okay, guys. It's okay. Even in death, he looks like a bellend. Oh, come on. Father of 9. Father of 9. We now have the latest update. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security has now offered protections for the Lebanese nationals currently in the U.S. There's a lot of there's a lot of problems with the State Department as well in America, with the way they've been handling the situation in Lebanon. They seem to be all over the place, because on the one hand they are criticizing and attacking Israel for defending itself. On the other hand, they've been promising evacuations. It's not really going too well for the American government. About an hour ago, the IDF also issued an urgent evacuation. This is in Abbasiyah in Lebanon. In case you're not familiar, let's just put the map on the screen and I'll give you guys the information for you guys, because that whole area is also kicking off. Residents of the Shamalia area in Abbasiyah, southern parts of Lebanon, have now been warned to immediately evacuate the building marked on the map, along with the neighboring buildings, due to a nearby Hezbollah facility. The IDF is expected to target these sites shortly. The people were advised to move at least 500 meters away from the area as soon as possible. So the multitasking is absolutely genius, by the way. They've done their operation in Gaza. Again, the only thing left to do in Gaza is at this point just finding the hostages. The Hezbollah side in Lebanon, it's towards the end, but mostly because the main parts have been taken out, the main facilities, headquarters, leadership. What you now have is a few smaller bases that are based in residential areas, in the middle of the civilian areas. The good thing about the Lebanese is that when the IDF tell them to leave, they usually leave, unlike in Gaza. So the IDF is still going to take a few days, a few weeks to take out all these bases one by one, but it is going to be completed eventually, and then they can fully shift their focus towards the Islamic Republic of Iran, the godfather of Islamism. Another super chat. Yahya dips anyone. Dear BBC, so sorry for your loss. I agree. As I said, there's also we have to keep in our thoughts and prayers the leadership of the United Nations, the leadership of the French government, the British Labour Party, the US Democrats, many people who claim to be Western liberal democratic people who are continuing to back the Islamists. Obviously, now we're going to have a lot of people showing their true faces as well in the West. Those who claimed until now that they are simply only supporting the innocent civilians in Gaza, suddenly they get very offended and hurt when you criticize Hezbollah or the others. There's a lot of other information. Is there anything in the live chat? Is this some sort of supporting? Yeah, someone supporting. We got the flags of Bangladesh, Palestine, Iran, and Pakistan. I mean, you're just making it easier to create a list of all the bad countries to hit. Bad people. Al Jazeera keeps interviewing Hamas people. They are so neutral. Oh, they are so neutral. What do you expect from Al Jazeera? Anyway, let's see what else we have. There's another super chat. Sue from the US. See those poor hopeless Gazans have Israeli blood on their hands and know where the hostages are. Sinwar, rot in hell. Yes, those so-called innocent civilians could help the IDF now. Now that Yahya Sinwar's gone, they can help and they can say where the hostages are. Yeah, well, Yahya, considering his name meant, obviously it comes from Yahweh, but it means will live. That doesn't really work with his name. He should have changed his name last minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do now in less than 1 hour, we're going to be joined by the Apostle Prophet. Some of you might already be familiar with his YouTube channel and everything he's done. We're going to have a live stream, live interview to get his reaction on this story and just generally speaking, everything that he's going to be doing. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We have a number of live updates throughout the day. And if you want to support us to remain independent media, join 2CTV Plus by going on 2ctvplus.tv to get access to all our premium shows. We have a new show, a premium show called The Origins of Anti-Semitism. We also have The Rise of Globalism, Free Speech, British Constitution, of course, the multiculturalism myth, and history of conservatism, and everything else as well. We got a lot of stuff in the works as well, including a upcoming documentary called Cancelled. It's about all those people who've been cancelled. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Maya Tusi, and we are the media.